Commander Zethkar adjusted his sensory apparatus as the invasion fleet's scout ship descended through Earth's atmosphere. The blue-green world below appeared deceptively peaceful, its vast oceans and swirling white clouds masking what their preliminary scans had revealed. A Class 12 death world teeming with impossibly hostile life forms. "Maintain stealth protocols," Zethkar commanded his crew. "We need visual confirmation of the dominant species before the fleet arrives." The hegemony had conquered 17 star systems, but never had they encountered a planet quite like this one. The atmospheric composition alone should have been lethal. 21% oxygen created a combustible environment that could ignite at any moment. The gravity was crushing, nearly twice that of their homeworld. And the wildlife? Their sensors had detected predators that defied comprehension. "Commander," called out Navigator Voss, his voice trembling. "I'm detecting one of the dominant species. Designation human. It appears to be engaging in recreational activity." The view screen shimmered to life, displaying a clearing in what the humans called the Rocky Mountains. A lone figure in primitive fabric coverings had erected a small shelter and was preparing some form of sustenance over controlled combustion. The alien crew watched in fascination at the casual way this human manipulated fire, something that would have sent any civilized species into panicked retreat. "Interesting," Zethkar mused. "They've achieved basic tool use. Perhaps they won't provide much resistance after all." That assessment lasted exactly 37 seconds. A thunderous roar echoed through the ship's audio pickups, causing several crew members to collapse in terror. Through the view screen, they watched as a massive creature emerged from the tree line. A grizzly bear, though the aliens had no name for such an abomination. 8 feet tall when reared on its hind legs, armed with claws that could shred metal, and possessed of enough raw strength to crush a shuttlecraft. "The Great Void," whispered sensor technician Quinn. "That creature could level our forward positions single-handedly." The human had noticed the bear's approach. Rather than fleeing in terror or calling for military support, he simply stood up, grabbed a nearby branch, and faced the monster directly. "The human has malfunctioned," declared Medical Officer Prex. "No rational being would confront such a predator." But the human was neither malfunctioning nor irrational. As the bear charged 800 pounds of muscle and fury, the human sidestepped with impossible grace. For the next several minutes, the aliens watched in stunned silence as one of Earth's apex predators battled a creature that should have been easy prey. The human moved like liquid lightning, using the bear's momentum against it, striking pressure points with surgical precision. When the bear swiped with claws that could disembowel a hegemony warrior, the human rolled beneath the attack and countered with strikes that would have shattered alien bones. "Commander," Voss stammered, "our combat analysis suggests this human is operating at 73% efficiency. This isn't even peak performance." The bear, frustrated and confused by facing prey that refused to die, reared up for a final devastating attack. The human grabbed the improvised weapon, nothing more than a fallen tree branch, and struck the bear's solar plexus with calculated force. The massive predator stumbled, disoriented. Then something unprecedented happened. The human stepped back. Instead of delivering a killing blow to the defeated predator, he slowly backed away, speaking in soft tones. The bear, recognizing the human's dominance but also his mercy, gradually calmed. After several tense moments, the great beast turned and lumbered back into the forest. The human returned to his fire as if nothing had happened. "Replay the sequence," Zethkar ordered, his command appendages trembling. "Full combat analysis." The tactical computer's assessment was terrifying. The human had demonstrated superior reflexes, adaptive combat techniques, tool improvisation under pressure, environmental awareness, precise force calibration, and, most disturbing of all, mercy toward a defeated enemy. "Commander," reported weapons specialist Crace, "if this represents average capability for their species—" "It doesn't," interrupted Intelligence Officer Yax, reviewing their databases. "Our long-range scans indicate this was one human, alone, using no technology, in what they consider recreation. Their actual military forces number in the hundreds of millions." The bridge fell silent except for the hum of life support systems. "Furthermore," Yex continued, "their planet has forged them through constant conflict. Every day they face predators, Natural disasters, disease, and environmental challenges that would extinct our entire civilization. And they don't just survive, they thrive. Zethkar studied the human on the screen, now calmly consuming his prepared sustenance while massive Deathworld predators lurked mere kilometers away. The creature showed no signs of stress, no indication that he'd just battled something that could have torn apart a hegemony battle mech. "Sir," Voss ventured carefully, "perhaps we should consider alternative approaches to the system." "Alternative approaches?" Zethkar echoed. "Trade relations, perhaps. Cultural exchange. These beings, they're not just dangerous, they're dangerous and reasonable. They chose mercy when they could have chosen death." Zethkar pondered this. The hegemony had built its empire on conquest, assuming that superior technology would always triumph over primitive species. But what happened when the primitive species was more advanced in ways that truly mattered? When their primitive world had forged them into something that transcended technology? "Signal the fleet," Zethkar commanded finally. "Abort invasion protocols. Initiate first contact procedures instead. Sir, Navigator, set course for the nearest inhabited system, but not to conquer. We're going to learn everything we can about these humans before we make any decisions about this sector." As the scout ship ascended back toward space, the crew took one final look at Earth. Somewhere below, a human was settling down for sleep in a wilderness that housed creatures of nightmare, completely unafraid. The hegemony had found something rarer than a new conquest. They'd found teachers. And perhaps, if they were very fortunate and very careful, they might find allies. After all, any species that could turn a death world into home and show mercy to their planet's apex predators might just be exactly the friends a spacefaring civilization needed among the stars.